Hi guys, that's Mr. Frogo. Let's dive into this topic. The Naira currency crude oil sales in Nigeria. What does this mean to Nigeria, and what would this mean to the Nigeria economy? And I think this is a very great achievement in the history of Nigeria. And at this junction, I want to say kudos to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Tinubu, for being able to introduce the crude oil sales in local currency, which is Naira, in Nigeria. This is a very great news to Nigerians. This is a very great news to the Nigeria government. And this is a very great news to the Nigeria entrepreneurs, people like Dangote, people who manage the other local refineries right there in Nigeria. And this is a very great news to the Nigerian people who basically see the economic crisis right there in Nigeria, how difficult it is for a common man to survive due to high cost of living. Honestly, kudos to each and every one of you, and I want to really appreciate. Let's quickly come in here. 2 weeks ago, I released a video. I actually used the Dangote oil refinery in Lagos. You know, what it means if we allow it to function, and what it also means if we allow it to fail. I used a couple of references as for the reason why the Dangote refinery were struggling. And I also point out some certain issues that Dangote is not actually such person that would like to go to media and start broadcasting. We knew him very well. And to the fact that he's coming now to cry over the challenges he is facing regarding this local refinery in Nigeria, and we could see the extent at which this will come back and hurt Nigeria and hurt the Nigeria economy, and as well as the Nigeria people. And we have seen the energy within the Nigeria community, how people came out in massive, and those, actually I want to appreciate those who came out in a very peaceful way to agitate their concern over the Nigeria economy and a need for the Nigeria economy to be changed, and a need for the federal government to look into the Nigeria situation. And I am sure, by the grace of God, the government currently is listening to us. And we too, the Nigerians, we're gonna be paying attention to check that the changes that we want the government to make, if they are actually making it. Honestly, when we hear this news, the crude oil to be sold in Nigeria currency, I think, to me personally, this is like a very great achievement. Actually, you must be so wondering, how do we get here? We own the crude oil in Nigeria. Unfortunately, we are not even in control of this crude oil, as you can see. The crude oil that is not owned by Nigeria, Nigerians will not be allowed to trade this crude oil, its own crude oil, with their local currency. And this is what has been going on. And we are shouting, why is it that everything is expensive? The cost of crude oil is expensive. Why? And one of the reasons why is that, what this means is that, and the way it has always been, this crude oil is produced in Nigeria and it's taken abroad. And when they take it down to abroad, they refine it abroad and bring it back to Nigeria. So all this whole process will never have made Nigeria crude oil or petroleum to be, very affordable. And that's what we are seeing everywhere. And I am sure this was one of the reasons why you see a lot of Nigerians were very happy that if the Dangote oil refinery works, this will be like a game changer to Nigerians. And this will bring a lot of economic benefits, in as much as the price of that petrol or diesel will be significantly reduced. But we've also seen the challenges Dangote were facing. But I want to once again appreciate the Nigeria government for being able to announce the oil sales in local currency in Nigeria. And I want to beg every government, ministers, and all the parastatals and the stakeholders who, in one way or the other, who are involved in this, the Nigeria crude oil deals. I want to appeal to you, please. Nigerians are dying. Nigerians are suffering everywhere. Okay? Now, if you become a blockade to the sources of this nation, do not forget, every Nigerians they are hurting. Every Nigerians are affected by the decision or the influence that you think you have to be able to enrich yourself. So there's nothing wrong enriching yourself, but also look into your community where you grow up and how people are suffering, and that this is not fair. We all have to work collectively to ensure that the effort the government is making, is working for the purpose and for the benefit of every Nigerians out there. Okay, so I want to say kudos to the federal government, and I want to say kudos to the Nigerian people, and I want to say kudos to Dangote, who haven't to cry out as a result of some of these challenges. Okay, now we are using the oil sector as a case study, and there are many industries out there in Nigeria who has been squeezed because of unknown foreign legislation that has given a lot of priorities to foreign currencies over Nigeria or over local currencies. You go to aviation industry, you go to cement industry, you go to different building material industry, you go to scientific industries. Honestly, you go to tech industries. This has always been the case. Okay, so we want the Nigeria government to please set up a committee, if it's possible, to look into some of these issues wherever it seems that there's an unfair trade, which is to hurt the Nigeria currency, which is to hurt the Nigeria people and the Nigeria economy. We have to make sure that by the grace of God, you're able to make those decisions or those legislations in such a way that they will benefit Nigeria economy, they will benefit Nigeria people. Okay, so guys, I am sure you are seeing the reason why this particular topic is very essential, and we want you not just even to watch this video, leave a comment what you think about this current decision for Nigeria to be able to buy crude oil in local currency right there in Nigeria. Now, if you too, you are working in other industry, you are facing some challenges, and you want the government to address some of these challenges that you face, please do not forget to leave a comment here, and just possibly just even shoot a video and send to us, or just do audio recording. Let us explain to us what are those challenges that you are facing within your industry. You run your own business, and it seems that the foreign currencies is not favoring your own local currency, and you want the government to basically make a change in that area. Or you are a raw material producer, and at the end of the day, you are not getting the material you're supposed to due to the foreign exchange and the scarcity of those currency exchange. Honestly, you can also reach out to us. Or you are a local farmer, or you are a local trader, but things are extremely difficult due to you can't really go where you're supposed to go due to high cost of living. Honestly, whatever your comment is, we'll really appreciate it here, and it will enable us to know where exactly the problems they are and begin to raise some of these issues in order for the government to be able to address some of these issues and as for the challenges Nigerians are facing today. And we know definitely if this statement made by the federal government of Nigeria works, in order for Nigeria to be able to sell its own crude oil using their local currency, I am sure within the next a few months or years, we will see the positive economic impact of this, whereby the price of this crude oil will significantly be reduced and making it affordable to every Nigerians, and invariably bringing the prices of all the items that we see today, where Nigeria actually struggling, they cannot afford it anymore, but make it affordable once again. Now, I want to acknowledge the effort of those who came out in a very responsible way to conduct a peaceful protest. Like myself personally, I have been protesting for the Nigeria community since 2017. Myself, together with my team, members of the Frugal Empowerment Foundation. But the kind of protest we do, we realize that there's a problem in our community based on people are not able to unite in order to be able to build a sensible community or, identifying good leadership in our community. So we have actually been carrying out our protest in a humanitarian form, whereby we go to communities, as you can see on the screen. We educate people about unity, loving one another, supporting one another. So identify a project that is viable for community and begin to promote and sponsor those projects and build those projects to benefit the community itself. And this is what we've been able to do over the years. And I want to also acknowledge the effort of those who are actually coming out now to end their voices regarding the challenges that Nigeria is making. Every of your ideas, they are really good. What I do not support is people coming out on the streets or in the name of protest, destroying public properties, which the Nigerians themselves who are suffering today, they were supposed to benefit from. And we've watched a video, as you can see, people going out. They are not protesting. They are basically looting, stealing, and destroying properties. You see, now these properties you are stealing, these assets you are destroying, they belongs to Nigerians, the common man, the Nigerians who are suffering every day like you do. So when you go there, you walk into their store, or you store their items, and you destroy their items, and you loot their product in the shop, and you will know what that means, because your action is not directly affecting the people you want them to make the change that you seek. So your action is directly affecting your fellow Nigerians who are already suffering every day, praying that one day this country should change. Every Nigerian like you, common man like you, who has been struggling, setting up small businesses in order to meet earnings, then you go in there in the name of protest, destroying or looting these items from their shops. I think this is not fair, and we will be encouraging every one of us not to sabotage the purpose of this peaceful protest as Nigerians. They are gradually, doing it, and we want people to be responsible and do what is right. So instead of destroying properties or stealing goods from local Nigerians who are struggling every day to be able to meet up and to sell their product, to meet up and to feed their families, and you're in the name of protest stealing these items. We think this is criminal, and it doesn't supposed to be that way. And we are also appealing to the government to please, a community without security, life becomes meaningless and a lot of crime happens. We are encouraging the Nigeria government to please ensure that there's more mobilization when it comes to the law enforcement agents trying their best to secure lives and property as this peaceful protests continue to go on. We can see that somehow you are listening to Nigerians now. And I've also read an article, this was this morning, how the Nigeria foreign ambassador is basically writing to every Nigerians in the UK, sending a message to them to be very careful and to stay on alert, to ensure that they avoid anything that will cause this racial protest in the UK. So I have not seen anything like that for such a long time. But when I read that article, I think I was so touched. It means that Nigeria government is starting to take responsibility over on his people, and they're actually trying to see how they can, let's work together to unite this community. And we want to see many of these things happening. And I've also make a reference to the Allen Peace Oyema recently, how a minister was able to go visit in the UK and was able to address the issue regarding some of the aviation challenges that he was facing, having to run the London, UK routine. You know, these are positive change. These are lives that we want to see in our community. But once again, I want to say thank you, kudos to the Nigerian government, to Dangote, to the Nigerian people, and to all the Nigerians out there who are fighting every day to ensure that there will be a good Nigeria, there will be a prosperous Nigeria, there will be a peaceful Nigeria. You know, this is what we want to see. But once again, my name is Mr. Frugo. As you will see, a series of activities that we do supporting local communities. If you want to be a member of this association or this organization, it's actually free. And have you been looking for a platform to support people who are desperately in need? We are actually that platform. We have set up a network within 16 states in Nigeria, which is currently growing. And what we do, we are supporting people through charity aids, and we are building skills on people. And we are also helping to develop people who have talent across Nigeria, because we know with these three categories, we'll be able to help to improve the life of every Nigerian and build a prosperous nation for Nigerians. Thank you once again, Mr. Frugo. If you like my content, please do not forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Once again, I'll be seeing you next week. And bye for now.
This is Africa Social Intellect, your premier destination for thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the vibrant and diverse African community and beyond. Our dedication extends beyond conversations. In recognizing the importance of security, we provide essential information to help safeguard vulnerable nations. From navigating local challenges to assisting these vulnerable nations against imperialistic threats, we stand as a beacon of awareness and resilience. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share our news. If you're watching on Facebook or another platform, follow us and share this reliable news source. We hope you enjoy the news, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.